Hello and welcome to Aging is for Everyone. I'm Laura Mondello and I'm your host for the show. Today we're going to be talking about staying fit and well this winter. No, you can't just stay on the couch. You really have to get out and do something. So here to talk to us a little bit about why exercise is so important and some ideas of maybe exercise you might want to try, including Tai Chi, is Bob White, who's the owner of White's Martial Arts and Tai Chi with Bob White. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you so much for having me, Laura. It's a pleasure.
It's great to have you here. I mean, it's so important for people to get up and stay active. In the winter, we just want to kind of hibernate. What are some ideas for seniors as far as, you know, things that they can do to stay active?
I'm an exercise professional who earns my full-time living teaching fitness, Tai Chi, martial arts, some fitness classes. According to the American Council on Exercise and the American College of Sports Medicine, the best exercise is walking. Walking's your best exercise. It's going to improve your balance. It's going to provide a cardiovascular benefit. That is, your heart and lungs are going to benefit. It can be sociable. You can socialize when you're walking. Legs become stronger. The drawback is this time of year. Nobody's walking today. It's too cold, too much snow.
Right, unless they're going to the mall, and this, you might find too many people there right now. Absolutely.
Then you have to get in the car and drive. That was always the nice thing about walking in the nice weather. You could open up your door and begin your exercise routine right out of your front door.
Exactly.
So we need cold weather alternatives. Tai Chi has a great benefit. No equipment necessary.
Right.
And what's important is the stepping. And that's what I want to talk about today, the importance of moving about, stepping, walking to maintain our balance, keep our hips healthy and flexible.
Right.
And that'll be like walking in a more controlled, deliberate way.
Right, right. Now, can you compare, for instance, what if somebody's thinking they're trying to find the right exercise for them? You know, why might they consider Tai Chi, or why might they decide maybe yoga's right for them or some other exercise? What would you say are some of the differences?
The first thing I have to say is any exercise, aerobics, strength training, yoga, offer benefits that are substantial. Blood pressure is reduced, systolic, diastolic, weight loss, lessen the risk of heart disease, longevity. People that exercise in any way live longer.
Right.
You can add years to your life. That'll occur with any exercise you do. So what am I most likely to do? The big difficulty is motivation. What am I going to get up off the couch and do? Some people like yoga. It's a wonderful exercise. It's probably humankind's oldest exercise. Some evidence states yoga to 3000 BC. It's possible it existed before that. It's wonderful exercise. It's holistic. It teaches a whole healthy lifestyle. It can tranquilize us. It's meditative. Flexibility increases. That increases our range of motion for everyday activity. The things we do during the day are easier.
Right.
What might not a person like about yoga? Getting down on the floor. Right. That can be a difficult endeavor for some elderly people.
Right.
So that's one thing to think about. People walking, like I say, they can't go out in the cold weather. They may not have a place to do it. Tai Chi can be done anywhere. You don't need equipment. It improves your balance. Your hips become healthier, less likely to have hip replacement, which is going to affect about 200,000 people in the United States every year. So we can reduce our blood pressure, our risk of heart disease with Tai Chi. You don't need any equipment. We get to stand up and do it.
Right, right. And you get to do it with other people too.
Yes, so there is a social element.
Have a social benefit there.
In fact, I've learned over the years in my classes to structure in some social time. People make friends in Tai Chi. It's nice if they're shut in, they're not getting out a lot. They make new friends. I find they often go out to lunch together. So there is a strong social component. And that encourages us to exercise more. We're more likely to repeat the activity.
Do you think Tai Chi also might help people like cognitively, because they have to learn these new, you know, they have to learn these new moves and remember them? And
absolutely. The brain-body connection in Tai Chi is very strong, and it's really simple. I think when we demonstrate, we can talk about that. It's quite easy to understand.
As far as strength, how would it improve your strength?
I was just looking at some studies done. I want to say it was North Carolina, University of North Carolina, which would be Chapel Hill. And the strength benefit wasn't as significant as, say, going to a gym and using equipment like weights or resistance machines. The big benefit from the Chapel Hill study, relief from arthritic discomfort.
Wow.
I remember yes.
That's big.
You're not using medication, you're finding relief from arthritic discomfort. And it can be done so easily with simple movements. Remember, Arthritis Foundation recommends gentle movements for arthritic discomfort.
Right, and there's so many people with arthritis pain that, you know, instead of maybe taking too many pills and medications, they may find that if they do some Tai Chi, perhaps that's going to help them.
Yes.
That's great. That's
simple movements that are easy to learn, kind of fun to do.
Right, and how does it improve somebody's flexibility?
Flexibility is defined as range of motion about a joint.
Right.
That's the definition. So flexibility isn't just for gymnasts or dancers. Flexibility is part of everyday life. And you know, real quick, your shoulders and your hips are the exact same joint. They're called ball and socket joints. We tend to sit too often, so we lose our hip flexibility. Lately this week, I've been concentrating on hip flexibility as the bad weather comes and people tend to become less active. And I've determined that most adults, in a very non-scientific survey that I've been conducting with my students, have really good flexibility or range of motion about the shoulder joint, but the hips, they lose it because we're seated so much. So I like to focus on hip mobility. It's a big, important joint. It's a triaxial joint. It rotates around 3 axes. We're sitting too much. We can drive ourselves around in the car. We sit on the couch. We don't even have to get up and change channels. We've got the remote control. So I've really been working on stretching the hips, strengthening them, all with the goal of improving range of motion around that joint.
That sounds great. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to do some demos with you so we can kind of show what we're talking about, which I think that's the best way for people to get an idea of what Tai Chi can do, is to show them.
Excellent.
And
I
guess I'm going to be joining you too.
Please.
We'll be right back with more Aging is for Everyone. I have no idea.
Can you keep talking?
Keep talking
No, I'm
about
sorry, yes. I was surprised there was a camera. I thought it was just a teleprompter.
They got you. Nope, that's the camera. Welcome back to Aging is for Everyone. We're talking about staying well and staying fit and active this winter. And one of the ways you can do that is through Tai Chi. Here with us is Bob White. He's joining us again to give us a little demonstration of Tai Chi. Bob, one of the things we talked about was that you don't need any equipment for Tai Chi. You can just learn it.
Absolutely. And you know, often if I'm teaching Tai Chi or a self-defense seminar, I'm dealing with people that won't be able to practice regularly. How can we improve someone's balance without regular practice? You know, balance is completely learned behavior. It's not acquired, it's not genetic. We don't inherit it. We improve our balance with learning and practice. And a number of scientific studies have shown balance improves using Tai Chi classes in as little as 8 weeks. But there are ways that we can improve balance right now.
Okay.
Almost magically.
Great.
I'm going to improve your balance.
I would like some magic.
Okay, I'm going to perform it. It's actually not that exciting. The example we're given for good posture is military posture.
Right.
Okay, so we're taught to stand with our feet next to each other. So let's stand up like a soldier here. Feet next to each other, shoulders back, soldier, suck in your gut, stick your chest out. Military posture is not suitable for everyday activity. Would you push my shoulder, please, as I stand in military posture?
Sure.
Just a one-hand push, yeah. Harder. Good. See how easy it is to knock me around?
Yeah.
Military posture is a human invention that was designed to keep soldiers off balance. They're more likely to follow orders. It's not suitable for everyday activity. Unfortunately, it's the example we're given for good balance and posture. Let's put our feet about a hip's width apart.
Okay.
Bend your knees a little bit. Perfect posture. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Try to calm your muscles, your neck and your back. Push me now. Look at that.
There you go.
I'm more stable, just like magic, because my center of gravity is lower. This is called horse riding stance down here. Sometimes you see the karate man or the karate woman doing this, but it's a component of all martial arts. Really push me now.
Okay.
Good. Hard, hard. 2 hands. Not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Now, this isn't suitable for everyday activity.
Right.
My mobility is compromised. It's not socially acceptable. Nobody wants to see me standing like this in a public place.
Right.
The human body was designed to stand with feet about a shoulder's width apart. Okay. Would you be comfortable standing on one leg, bringing one knee up? Careful.
I can try.
Might not be safe for you. Good, good, good.
There we go.
Very nice. Well done. Try it on the other leg now. Tricky.
Uh-oh.
Make sure you're safe.
I don't have the right shoes on for this. There we go.
It's good to practice occasionally in your everyday food. Very nicely done, Laura.
Thank you.
Really well done. Okay. When you stand on one leg, your balance improves. You're teaching the supporting leg how to hold you up. When you stand on one leg, the cartilage in your hips benefits. The muscles become stronger that support those joints.
Right.
But it's not, we're talking about an aging population.
Right.
It's not safe for everybody to stand on one leg.
Exactly.
That's okay.
So how would you translate that into an aging population?
We're going to place our feet about a shoulder's width apart. Cloud hands is the name of the exercise.
Okay.
Weight evenly distributed on each leg. Transfer all of your weight to your right leg, maintaining, let me see your posture here. Oh,
Am I a little crooked?
You're fine, you're good, good, good. Very nice. Okay. Look at the palm of your right hand. When you shift your weight to your left leg, lower your right hand. Like a paw, it's just going down. Excellent, good, that's good. And get all that weight. The classic literature about Tai Chi, which was written in about the 1700s, tells us to differentiate between full and empty. That sounds so mystical and complicated. It just means put all your weight on one leg or the other.
Right.
One more time, all your weight's on your right leg. Now this time, as you shift weight to left leg, Left hand comes up and right hand goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Your waist is where your navel is. Turn your waist to the left. Nice. Shift your weight to your right leg. Raise your right hand. Lower your left as you're shifting your weight. Tricky. You got it. Turn. You're doing good. You're a good student. You know, I usually charge for this stuff. Weight to left leg. I take credit cards too. Turn your waist. Breathing real slow. Don't hold your breath. Calm. Weight to right leg. Raise right hand. Lower left. Turn. Real calm and gentle.
Very nice.
Good. Okay. That's beautiful.
Feels good.
Shifting weight completely from leg to leg benefits your hips. As I said earlier, 200,000 hip replacements in the United States a year, approximately.
Yeah.
So we can reduce that number with a simple exercise like that.
That's wonderful.
People are less likely to have hip discomfort.
Wonderful. Now I know you teach this Tai Chi at the DeGraff Community Center. Tell me a little bit about that.
DeGraff has had my program since 1997. That's when I started working full time, and that was the program that enabled me to launch my business. And I've been going steady since then. I do a number of nursing homes throughout Western New York. I think I've been in every nursing home in Western New York just about.
Wonderful.
Doing classes.
Do you do stuff seated with people, or is it all standing?
I do seated classes too.
Seated classes
I can,
as well.
Yes, I can tailor the class to the population.
That's great. That's great. So show us another move. We have a couple minutes.
Do it with me.
Okay.
This is called T-step.
Okay.
Okay. Just put your hands on your hips for a
If
second.
I was in yoga, I'd be getting ready to go into tree.
No kidding. See, there's commonality. Step lightly and gently with your left heel. You feel where your weight is?
Yes.
It's on your right leg. Okay. Slowly transfer your weight forward to your left leg. Beautiful. Nice posture. You do really well.
Thank
Very
you.
nicely done. Okay. Whole body moves like one solid piece. Now T-step again. You want to strike the ground with your heel. Okay? Because your weight stays on your supporting leg.
Okay.
And it's actually how your body was designed to function. Okay?
So.
Yes. Now let's add a push. Your right arm is extended, palm up.
All right.
Excellent. Your left hand across your body, palm down. As you step lightly with your left heel, bend your right elbow.
Okay.
And then push gently. Real calm and gentle. Good, good, good. Good, nice posture. It's called brush knee and push. Stay right there. Turn this sideways a little bit, as though you're going to strike with the knife edge of your hand.
There we go.
Good, good. That's nice. I like your posture. See, the mistake most people make, they lean forward. And that creates tension in the lower back and discomfort. Yeah, right there, you feel it. Yep.
That would hurt.
And you're off balance.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
This is great. Well, I want to thank you for being with us, Bob. This has been wonderful.
Well, it's been fun, and you pushed me around, too.
Yeah, yeah. And we've got your information, too, regarding Tai Chi with Bob White, which is at the DeGraff Community Center every Monday.
Very good.
From 11 to noon, and the information, they can contact you at whitesmartialarts.com.
Very good.
Thanks for being with us, Bob.
It's my pleasure, Laura. I really enjoyed it.
Great. And thank you for being with us. We'll be right back with more Aging is for Everyone. Hello and welcome back to Aging is for Everyone. We're talking about staying fit and well this winter, and we're going to talk this time on this segment about QiGong, which is another way of staying fit and well. And here with us are Marlene Marciniak, the manager of the DeGraff Adult Day Healthcare Program, and Claudia Kurtzworth, who is a public health educator with Niagara County Department of Health. Welcome to both of you.
Well, thank you so much.
It's
great to be here.
It's great to have you here. We talked a little bit in the last segments about Tai Chi.
Right.
So what is QiGong, which I'm probably QiGong, pronouncing incorrectly, and how is it related to Tai Chi?
Well, QiGong is the basis for Chinese medicine, okay? It's actually the art and science of using breathing techniques and gentle movement and meditation to enhance the flow of energy through the body. Now, Tai Chi is similar. Tai Chi was initially developed as martial art for combat training. Then through the years, the techniques were changed, the design of it was changed, so it became more to enhance the health and well-being of folks. So when Tai Chi is used for healing, it is a part of QiGong. It is a mode of QiGong.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you both work with older adults. You work with caregivers in Niagara County. Tell me, how do you work with this with your clients and with your patients?
Well, one of the things that we do, we're part of a group called the Stay Well Falls Prevention Coalition. It's a mouthful, but it's a multi-week program that is funded by the Health Foundation of Western and Central New York. They kind of changed their name around a little bit. I hope I have it right. But they provided us with a grant to go and do senior wellness programs. We do the educational portion on falls prevention, nutrition, stress management, medication management, and the whole kit and caboodle, if you will, that really goes into preventing falls in the elderly, 65 and older.
Great. And how is it, and Marlene, what is you doing with your clients?
One of the programs that we have developed is working with caregivers. Now, of course, I have a social adult day program, and the family members are always looking for ways to better interact with their family members so that they can both take care of themselves.
Right.
And so we developed a program working with, more specifically with just the caregivers, that would make them feel comfortable in doing some very easy QiGong movements that we could, they could work with their family member.
Basic,
very basic.
And what's our motto?
It's simple. It's
simple to do, easy to remember,
and beneficial for everyone.
Great. Yes.
But the thing is that we do it at the adult daycare as well.
Okay.
And it's amazing to see a room with maybe about 65% of my folks who have Alzheimer's disease or related disorder, and the others have some sort of physical frailty, all following pretty much the movements that we're making, and to see the change in the room and the difference in the energy that's there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And in our Stay Well program, it's a multi-week program. We may see people 3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. We want to give them something that they can remember, something that anyone of any ability can do. That's why I'm seated for this portion, because I'm going to be doing the seated portion. But things that people can remember and they would do on their own at home and say, gee, doesn't feel like quote unquote exercise. I can do this.
Right.
It's movement. We don't we don't use the word exercise.
Yeah. And so people really of many different physical abilities can do this.
Absolutely.
It's not, you don't have to be.
People in wheelchairs,
Wonderful.
people lying in bed, you can do QiGong.
That's terrific. Can you demonstrate for us? Give us some of the basic movements, and we'll show the standing and the seated, and if you can tell us what these movements are.
Absolutely. We always start out by taking some deep breaths. I tell people just to put their hands on their abdomen and then just stand there comfortably with their feet about shoulder distance apart, so they have a nice strong base, and just take some 3 deep cleansing breaths. And that just helps them to relax. And then after that, we always do a finishing stroke up. And this gives them some movement, and we bring that energy down. Different ways to do finishing strokes, but that's one way that we do. Then we do Wu Chi. We tell them just to stand there, float their hands down, bring them up, breathe in, float their hands down. According to Oriental tradition, we are helping to to move the energy through our system so there's no blockages. But according to Western tradition, we're doing some real simple movement that's getting some good exercise, as it were, some good movement
We're working
to our joints.
on a range of motion.
That's right. Now I'm just going to do a finishing stroke up and bring that energy down. And we can do it out to the side and do a different set of muscles. We do butterfly flaps as wings. So it's, as you can see, very simple. And they may not be able to remember it, especially those folks who have Alzheimer's disease or a dementia, but they can follow it very easily.
Right, it looks like somebody, if they were watching it, could just
absolutely
follow.
And whenever I say finishing stroke up, I have people that are wandering through, pacing, and then all of a sudden I'll say finishing stroke up, and they'll stop and they'll do a finishing stroke, and then they'll continue on their way.
That's wonderful.
Just very simple things like that. Do we have time for just a couple more movements? Okay, this is called prayer wheel. And this is something where we would just tell the folks they can do it sitting down. We're just going to step out with our right foot gently.
And I'm going to move out from the chair a little bit so that I have an opportunity to step out.
And then we're just going to go forward with our hands just about a foot apart and go over our knee, just very gently. You don't have to reach far because we don't want to throw ourselves off balance, but we're just get that rocking motion. Just get a nice rocking motion. And I always tell people if they can't do it, just kind of move their hands. They don't have to rock. And then we'll switch that foot, and then we'll do the other side and do prayer wheel to the left.
Very nice.
Go out, but you can see it's very simple and something that caregivers can do with their family members. It helps them both to calm down. It's amazing the change in sometimes a chaotic atmosphere that there might be when you have a number of people together that are confused and so forth.
And nice soft music also helps as well.
That's what we do. We turn the music on. We do a finishing stroke up, always to complete. But that's we set the mood. I turn the lights down a little bit. I turn some nice music on. It doesn't have to be, you know, anything that sounds like it's Chinese or Oriental.
Right.
But just some nice, relaxing Glenn Miller music even.
Right, right.
And they can do these movements with that.
Right. Wonderful. And people can learn about this through your Stay Well program?
Yes, they can.
Absolutely. They can give us a call. We can, you know, refer them to the different programs that we have on. And even if they're not in the area, we can refer them to other programs that are taking place in Erie County.
Exactly.
Do similar types of programs.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you both for being with us. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next month for more Aging is for Everyone.